Hi there. So I hope you guys are doing good. I'm Christopher Dahl, and I've been working hard at producing some backings recently, and I'm super stoked about finally playing over them. It's a lot of fun going from the, kind of visualizing the concept to actually trying them out and playing over them. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I invite you to tune in. This one is in D minor. You can find it on my channel. It's called Chill Ambient Backing Track. You just play your D minor pentatonic. Now I'm using a mix of like D minor and D harmonic minor as well, in case you're wondering what's going on here. Kevin, what's up? Parallel major. Sure, I mean, you can visualize like F major here, if that's what you're thinking. So F major, you can think of that. F major. Still gonna sound like D minor though, since you're playing over a D minor. Dial down the distortion a little bit. Ray-Bans. I'm gonna play you something to sleep now. It's a soft one for Ray-Ban. Kevin, I don't make backing tracks for bass only yet, but it's an interesting concept. So you're thinking like just removing the bass from this one? Is that what you're thinking? Or something more specific, like just like some like drum and bass, but minus the bass? So what I'm gonna do is find a bit of a sleepier backing track for Ray-Ban, because we gotta make sure Ray-Ban falls asleep. That's our task for the day, or for the night maybe, but it's daytime here, and I'm assuming Ray-Ban, where are you located? Is it like the US or something? Because you wouldn't be sleeping here in Europe. Ooh, Make Me Say Wow is back. My man, how you doing? So maybe we try some Swamp Rock. That's a backing track I uploaded like 4 or 5 days ago. Also in D. Drum, rhythm, keys, even lead is fine. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll give it some thought. I haven't produced many backing tracks until like a week ago, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm having a lot of fun. Canada, okay. Sleep tight, man. Yeah, 5 a.m. Let's sleep. Lelio, tu la chitarra. How you doing, man? So D minor pentatonic would work here. Or D major, so we're mixing minor and major here. Okay, just gotta sync the delay here. Okay, I think we're doing good now. Make Me Say Wow is a lady. Welcome, Make Me Say Wow. Listen. That's the shift to minor I was speaking about. Thank you, Ray-Ban. So I hope sleeping is going okay. Maybe you're speaking to us in your dreams. Let's hope for that. Maybe a bit of wah-wah on top of this. So the scale is D minor pentatonic and also D major pentatonic. This is a little bit of a special backing track, which is why I've given you on screen. I show you both the minor and the major scale. So it's called Swamp Rock backing track in D minor on my channel. So you got to shift between major and minor. This is major. Now listen. That's the minor part, and now it's minor. I make backing tracks with chord structures like 2-5-1, 1-4-5. Well, this is a 1-5, I guess you could say. So yeah, I do. This is D to A. So D is the 1 chord and A is the 5 chord. But I think maybe you're speaking about more like specific jazz and typical jazz and blues progressions. I haven't really yet, but I could do them for sure. Listen, now we're going to shift to minor now. Back to minor with this twist. It's like, yeah, this is definitely minor. Major now. So I'm playing D major or D major pentatonic. Listen for the shift to minor now. So it's a lot of fun. But I'm wondering if maybe we're gonna go search for some heavier tones. So I could bring you with me because I have a second camera here that if everything works, I can show you. So just a second. Just gonna try to not tear everything down. There we go. So now I want to show you well, I'm gonna just show you the amp basically and some pedals, so you can see what I'm tweaking. I think it's gonna be a bit more fun than if you just see me disappear, just see my back. So there we go. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, well, you can see decently. I mean, I've seen worse. It's a little bit messy, but there you have it. Okay. So, I'm using the clean channel of my Mesa Boogie amp now. But the reason it still sounds kind of distorted is because I use the full tone OCD and the silk tone fuzz. So, whoops. I'm gonna disable them for now and remove the delay as well. And so here's the clean sound. But I'm gonna use a different channel now on the amp. And it's a bit of, you kind of have to restart a little bit. You can't just reuse the same settings as pedals goes. So now I'll switch to this channel. I want less gain. We'll see if this works. I haven't used this channel for a while. It's always fun to, throw things around that makes you play differently. Can I sing Master of Puppets? And the passion play, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction. I don't know. Cool, GNL. I'd love to have a GNL guitar, man. Yes, Anna, this is an electric guitar. It's a Telecaster. Okay, so let's see. So this is okay on its own. Whoops. Let's see if we add. It's a bit noisy. I think I'm going to tweak this as I play. Usually that's a bit better. What order would you put these pedals? Tuner, compressor, overdrive, envelope. Oh, an envelope pedal. That's interesting. That's a form of compression as well, I guess you could say. So tuner first, usually good. They are buffered, so it makes a lot of sense to usually buffered, which means they kind of help the signal in the chain stay strong. Compressor, that's a matter of taste. Usually, I mean, if you put it before distortion, you're going to get less of the kind of juiciness of this distortion, but it can help you for the faster runs. I would experiment with compressor and overdrive. There's no right or wrong there. Same with envelope. Usually, I'm assuming this pedal gives you a little hump, a little tweak, or a little bump, a little peak, not a tweak. So a little something in the beginning. So it works the same as a compressor, and it can be interesting to have that before the overdrive as well, because that peak is going to basically cause the overdrive to do something when there's an increase in the signal. So there's no right or wrong here except for having the tuner in the beginning of the chain. Nicholas, you like my mustache. Thank you, thank you. It's a new addition. I don't know if you guys have been around for a long time. You know that this mustache actually arrived this year. Can you believe it? Okay, so let's try with this new sound. I'm going to tweak a little bit while the backing track is playing. Pretty nice. So I actually have two compressors in this chain. The red one here and the blue Ego one. They're very different though. I use the first one mainly as a boost or as like a country highly audible compressor, whereas the blue one is more of like it helps me when I want to get fancier with my leads. So let's try that. Pretty nice sound there, right? And it didn't sound quite as cool, I think, when I was trying it on its own. It's really this kind of sound that it's fairly fat and creamy. I'm using the Mark I voicing of the Mesa Boogie amp, which is the Santana, very fat sound. But I've lowered the bass and tried to tone it down, the fatness of it, just to get some of that smoothness, while still hopefully cutting through. And I think I got it somewhat down. Sanctus, you're playing back. Ooh, someone suspects I'm AI. I can write a little solo for you. This is for Sanctia. So, Sanctia. So I'm real. What was your best solo? What does that mean? I improvise, so a lot of people ask me to play their favorite songs, and I haven't done that rock and roll thing for a long time. I just play for me, you know, because I love playing, and I love it even more when you guys want to tune in. But I don't care too much about playing other people's stuff. So this backing track is me that wrote just a few days ago, and it's me that improvises. Not AI, Sanctia. Kevin, so the channel I'm speaking about, you should get to it by clicking my face and my name. It's the Christopher Dahl channel. You asked me to play Teen Spirit. Well, then I've already played it for you, man. Sanctia, do you believe I'm real now? You just vanished, man. You gotta stay with us. Put some tapping in. One more time. The harmonics, I think I need a whammy bar for those. So we had a question by Sean, pretty cool question. How do you approach the fretboard, shapes or scales? So the answer is yes and yes. It all depends. When I'm playing fast, shapes are very useful, right? Because that's when you rely on muscle memory and have less time to think. Whenever I'm doing slower stuff, sometimes I just visualize a scale and try to kind of, through the power of randomization and a mix of like musical intuition where I'm trying to kind of hear a melody in my head, I mix those two and I get some improvised melody. So let's try it. D major, soon D minor. So let's do some melodies in D minor. So this is just a scale I'm visualizing. But if I were to do this, those were shapes, right? Arpeggio shapes that I kind of fitted over this track. Holy moly, can you hear me? Just trying the levels. Yeah, chill out. This is actually has some Mixolydian vibes here. True. So Sean, does it make sense? And yes, I do have a Gibson LPJ. So without the amp, Kevin, you know, instead of sounding like this, it's gonna sound like this. You know? So you need the amp, yes, for an electric guitar. Because the electric guitar doesn't have any, you know, body that resonates, any cavity, resonating cavity. Sean, sometimes I need to listen for changes. This backing track is easy. I wrote it myself, so I know where there's a modulation happening from major to minor. But I prefer playing over non-modulating backing tracks, so backing tracks that are just stick to one key. I mean, most pop and rock backing tracks do. So you don't have to be over concerned about changes unless you're playing over jazz standards or something more fusion style. So okay, there's some noise happening here. Man. I think maybe I'm pushing the amp a little bit here. It didn't like 2 compressors in a row, so I don't need that compressor. That was just to show you. Oh, it's good you could see what I was doing there, the mess on the floor. Yeah, exactly, stick and metal. You need to stick your amp in some. Maybe if you Google for like electric guitar and amp on YouTube, you can see how it works. Example, bluesy backing track in A minor improvisation. Yeah, the one I'm holding is a Telecaster. Yeah, someone asked about Ibanez. This is a Fujigen FJN Telecaster. I have 2 Ibanez. I have an Ibanez RG and an Ibanez FRM 100. I like them a lot. Cool brand. Would love to have more. So I only play my own backing tracks here. I used to play lots of backing tracks, but that just gives you lots of copyright issues. So I'm happy playing my own backing tracks. And speaking of which, let's do another one. Oh yeah, like it, D minor. This is a backing I uploaded last week. Let's see. Now, if you watch my foot, I'm gonna be tapping the delay pedal to sync it to the tempo of the backing track. Tap, 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 tap. So now the delay pedal knows the tempo of the track, and it's gonna sound cooler. We have a bit of a level issue here. Let's see if we can fix that. So I'm tweaking my cab simulator speaker cab. I'm tweaking my cab simulator speaker cab simulator. Just increasing the level. You watch my foot now, I'm controlling the wah-wah pedal. Yeah, so as you can hear, the wah-wah pedal really added something nice here. Actually, Kevin, I would actually agree a little bit with Spinal Tap there. Maybe D minor is not the saddest of all keys, but it's one of my preferred keys on the electric guitar. I think it goes down to just down tuning to the D string and or down tuning the low E string to D, playing in the key of D, but also the fact that it's not your E minor, because we're all bored to death by those keys. Yep, Kevin, that's true. And with D, you get the ninth on the open E string. And there are a lot of other open strings as well you can use. So the one you're speaking about, flat 7, is basically the Dorian note, the major 6 there. How do you do the fast, funky strumming? That's like scratching, right? Sounds better with a clean sound though. So this is just practicing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a very loose wrist. And then, you know, when you spend some time with that, you can start adding accents. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and have the accent on the upbeat. Change opposition, bro. What do you mean? Should I activate myself politically right now in the stream? Is that what you're saying? Bluegrass example. Cool. So let's try. This is also in D minor, but it's a bit softer. It's called laid back, soulful guitar backing track in D minor. So once again, if you look at my foot now, I'm going to be tapping the delay tempo here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, balsa backing track. That's a cool suggestion, man. RG, yes, you can find all these backing tracks on my channel. I made them last week. Silvano, what's up, my man? Just catching up with your comments there. Seven Nation Army. There you have it. Let's change to the clean channel. This might just be my favorite backing track from yesterday, or from last week. Maybe we can do. Does it sound like Seven Nation Army? This is a little Sultans of Swing inspired. Maybe we should, for fun, just try different sound. let's skip. I'm currently using the full tone OCD, the white one, and the light blue one, fuzz, for additional gain. But we do have a tube screamer here. We could try that one. You can hear this is a bit more metal sounding, I guess. I wonder how that sounds with the clean rig. Now switch to the clean channel here. Yeah, it didn't really cut it for me. So I preferred, I think, the other setup. I think it was a little bit warmer and juicier, so. Oh yeah, these are scalloped. So if you check my shorts, you're gonna see that. Well, the internet is really confused about these. Ouch. So you have half of the comments saying like, oh, wow, he played his guitar so much, he wore down the fretboard. And then you have the other one say, oh, that's the worst scallop job I've ever seen. Man, did you use a fork? Or a spoon, maybe it was. I don't know. Man, this sounds weird. Something fishy going on here. I don't know what that is. Looks interesting. Thanks. Bork, what does what do? The scallops? Is that bridge part just chromatic to B then A? Yeah, I think it's something like that, right? I think it's in D. What could that chord be? Actually, I'm not really sure. Oh, it's in D minor, right? So. What chord would that be? I'm not really sure what that. I'm not really sure about the last chord, what that is. But it's definitely chromatic. So my short memory is not very good. I recorded it a week ago. Bubble Blues, or Bubbles, what's up, man? So, I'm not sure what happened, why the full tone takes down the volume. Fishy happened. That's a little bit weird. I gotta investigate that. Let's just keep it for now. Just a second. I gotta see if there's something. Okay, yeah, I thought there was some kind of delivery here, but that was not the case. Okay, so yeah, just see if that problem persists when I switch. Yeah, the full tone OCD totally brings down the volume. That's so weird. Okay, well, who cares for now? I do care, but I don't know why, so we'll just not use it for now. Yeah, you can look up Scalloped Fretboard. I mean, it's not that weird. I mean, it has the same effect as raising the fret wire. So if you know how to replace the frets, that's the better option, because once you remove wood, you can't get it back, right? So this is non-reversible. But I cannot change my fret wire. That's a very difficult task. However, scalloping is easier. I love the feel of scalloping. In fact, even if I could replace the fret wire, there's nothing wrong with this fret wire. It's just vintage style. But even if I could replace it to jumbo frets, I would still prefer it with scalloped and jumbo, simply because you don't touch the wood with your fingertips, and that makes it so much easier to band and do hammer-ons and that kind of stuff. don't know any Slipknot, sorry. Sound just vanished. I hope this is the tubes because I already sent this amp overseas to Mesa Boogie, but I think the tubes are old. So I have new tubes coming in. We're gonna see if that solves the issue. Cool. As you can hear, there's some kind of issue there. So let me just see here what is happening. Cool. So I think I'm gonna have to call it a day now, but it's been very fun hanging out with you guys. And as always, you definitely inspire me whenever I'm jamming. And we have lots of cool, I think, discussion topics, both what's happening in terms of gear, but also playing wise. So I wanna thank you for that. And if you wanna jam over any of these backing tracks, you're gonna find them on my channel. So thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a really cool session. You've been wonderful. I've been Christopher Dahl. See ya.